Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Olivia Garvey. Welcome to the Weekly Rundown, where we tell you what's been trending or going viral throughout the week. And let me tell you, there's a lot of good news this week, so let's get to it. It's time for the Weekly Rundown. Meet Leo Kelly. The 6-year-old food and beverage critic reviews just one drink, Shirley Temples. We all know them, we all love them. So he's better known as the Shirley Temple King. And he has taken social media by storm. The little king is only in his first grade, but he's already a connoisseur of the non-alcoholic cocktail. He posts his reviews on his Instagram account at the Shirley Temple King. Of course, very fitting. Take a look at a few of them.
Hey guys, it's the Shirley Temple King, and I'm at Hoodoo Brown Barbecue. I wish you could smell how good it is in here. But anyways, I'm here to try their version of a Shirley Temple, and as you can see, there's cherries on the outside and inside, and there's an American flag, USA. So anyways, I'm gonna try their version of Shirley Temple. Cherries on the inside, cherries on the outside, flag decoration. There's really nothing to say because it's just a great Shirley Temple. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Live from Gurney's Newport, Rhode Island, I am going to test out this Shirley Temple. I waited 20 minutes for it, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna test it out, okay? I am at Stupetta, and I am going to try their version of Shirley Temples. You can see how it's probably going to be a little bit more cherry flavored with the cherries on the stick. Yeah, so I'm going to try it and see how it is. I give that a 7.5 because it's pretty sweet and very, very cherry.
A tweet about his brutally honest reviews went viral on Twitter and now has over 208,000 followers. This is what I need to be doing, guys. Leo's dad, Tom, says he knows the entertainment space really well, but didn't think this virality would happen to his son. His mom, Lisa, says she thinks she drank one too many Shirley Temples when she was pregnant with him because he's been ordering them since he could talk. He should come to Palm Springs and test out some Shirley Temples right here in our NBC Palm Springs set. Okay, this little girl from Minnesota should also make her way to our studios. This is 16-month-old Sadie, and she loves to dance. Her parents, Kevin and Kay, say Sadie has quite the personality, is always full of energy, and will dance any genre of music. They say she'll also go over to Alexa on the counter and start waving to get her parents to turn something on for her. Alexa must be the best way to get your groove on. Check out this little girl who just wants to pop, lock, and drop it before her mom comes down the stairs too.
Play pop, lock, and drop it.
Pop, lock, and drop it. Main version by Pygmy, starting now on Amazon Music.
Kind of weird. Well, let's get started before my mom comes down. Well, it doesn't matter. Suction, thing, knock, fun, make it roll. Pop, lock, pop, girl, make it roll. Pop, 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 oh, pop, pop,
I need this little girl to teach me how to dance, no? Come on. Dancing is just the trend this week. A Florida dad said it was just a silly thing he did for his son, who's in the NICU. But it went far beyond just silly. It touched people's hearts all over the world. Chris Askew does this crazy little dance and posts it on social media for the world to see. So Chris, a firefighter and a self-admitted addict of TikTok, because who isn't, got this bright idea. Post a video of him doing this little ditty every day until his baby boy is strong enough to get out of the neonatal intensive care unit. He shot his first in the laundry room at the Ronald McDonald House, his second with his wife Danielle and their baby in the hospital. His wife looks thrilled. Shot one with the nurses in the NICU unit, his fellow firefighters, UCS mascot Nitro, the magic dancers, and, well, the list goes on and on. And the outpouring of love for baby Dylan goes on and on as well. Baby Dylan is doing well, and they hope to leave the NICU in 3 weeks. So until then, here's looking at you, Dylan. A little boy got a surprise after he lost his teddy bear on an airplane. Grayson and Teddy have always been inseparable, but on a trip from Dallas to New Orleans, something unimaginable happened. He noticed Teddy was gone when he hadn't gotten to Granny and Papa's house, and that's when the hunt for Teddy began. Mom Christina posted to Southwest Airlines Facebook page, hoping someone would find her son's best friend.
I called the baggage claim area, the TSA. I called the lost and found in New Orleans. You know, every day a package would show up. Is that Teddy? And it was traumatizing.
I freaked out.
Yes.
A month passed, no Teddy. But just this month, Grayson got a surprise from Southwest, a new bear whose adventure to his new home was a story all of its own, all documented for Grayson to see. I love that. His new friend is named Jack, just a boy and his bear ready for new adventures. Coming up, we're calling all pig lovers. A farm is making an interesting request for some pork pals, plus how Coors might pay you. I'll take money from Coors. This and more when the weekly rundown returns. Welcome back to the Weekly Rundown, where we share with you all the trending videos from throughout the week. An incredible scene in the parking lot of a North Carolina McDonald's. Oh, this story gets me every time. A deer comes charging out of nowhere and slams into a man walking to his car. And the whole thing was caught on camera. The man says he's fine despite the hit and run. Cue the song.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Okay, look at these little guys. A zoo in the UK has released footage of the new clutch. 3 Pygmy Chameleons, one of Africa's smallest reptile species. Chester Zoo says each one is not bigger than a pencil tip. The chameleons hatched last week after a 7-day incubation period, according to the zoo. The tiny reptiles found only in the coastal forests of Tanzania can change color and produce a line down the side of their body to perfectly blend in with the leaves in their surroundings. The world's worst cat has found a forever home finally. Animal Rescue in North Carolina got a lot of attention after it posted this finicky feline's adoption photo. They described the cat, named Perdita, as a jerk. Ooh, they wrote that she likes lurking in dark corners, it's a little frightening, and being queen of the house. But just don't expect her to appreciate kittens, dogs, children, or hugs. Thank God this cat has found a home. Despite the odds, the rescue's tactic was successful. The shelter said in a Facebook update they received over 175 applications to adopt Perdita and chose a loving couple from Tennessee. The couple is renaming the cat Noelle, just in case the name Perdita is the cause of her anger. Interesting. An Ohio school has a new therapy puppy, and it is flipping cute, and I know because I have one. He's a 12-week-old sheepadoodle named Auden, but he's more than just an adorable face. The little guy has a big job at local schools. Chad Kaiser is his handler. Kaiser hopes the school might someday expand the program and bring in more dogs. Oh, I would have loved that as a kid. It took 3 years, but a dog is finally going to be reunited with its family. I love this story, guys. The power of social media. And it's all thanks to a beer can. When you first meet Day Day, her smile is infectious. She was one of the 4 shelter dogs chosen to be featured on Motorworks brewing beer cans. And the story went viral. Immediately, 2 of the dogs were adopted, but this girl was holding out for her perfect family. That's when Monica Mathis saw a familiar smile online.
I was looking at the dogs, I was like, telling my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like Hazel.
Turns out Day Day already had a family who called her Hazel and have been looking for her since 2017. It's just been in the wrong state. When Day Day escaped her home, the family lost her microchip paperwork and were unable to update her information. So they lost hope until they saw their pup on a beer can. Now, the Humane Society is working to send Day Day back home for free. Another touching story. A South Carolina farm is gaining national attention following a request for piggy cuddlers. Cotton Branch Farm Sanctuary is home to a variety of farm animals, including more than 100 pigs rescued from a hoarding situation. But a post on social media, there's that social media luck again, calling for volunteers has the phone ringing off the hook at the farm. In the last year, the farm has adopted out 75 pigs, but there's another 100 that still live at the farm and need a home. But to do so, they need to be socialized, which is where the pig cuddlers come in. So the farm is asking for volunteers who can spend time with the pigs, usually 2 at a time, and give them all the belly rubs and treats they could possibly want. I want this job. Once the pigs are socialized and friendly, they're able to be adopted. The owners say they've gotten calls from people as far away as New York City. Coors Light is encouraging you to ditch the stuffed animal this Valentine's Day and chill with a dog and a beer instead. I can do that. I can do that. The beer company is offering $100 to cover dog adoption fees. The deal is available to first 1,000 people between now and February 21st. You must be of legal drinking age, people, and submit a receipt of adoption to the beer company via text message. The offer isn't available to residents in Louisiana, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, Virginia, West Virginia, or California. Okay, that's not fair. But up next on the Weekly Rundown, an artist is taking a whole new perspective on, well, art, something no one except him has probably thought of. Plus, are you a meat addict like me? There might be something to help your cravings. We'll tell you about it when we come back. A man who touts himself as a digital artist is tricking Google Maps into showing traffic jams where there are none on streets around Berlin. I am not happy with this man, as you can tell. Simon can often be seen pulling a small red wagon around Berlin. Inside it, 99 active mobile phones. How did he get those, guys? According to him, the artistic performance, as he calls it, shows Google Maps turning red for traffic jams on streets where there was no traffic, only the signals of the phones indicating there are 100 people in a small area, or 100 or so vehicles crammed on or around that street. Simon, you are an awful man for doing this. Simon calls himself an artist with a focus on the digital world. He named his project #Google Map Shacks. Happy with you, Simon. Arguably the most famous painting in the world, Leonardo da Vinci's The Mona Lisa, could be described as priceless. But a modern-day twist on the 500-year-old masterpiece could haul in a hefty price on the auction block. This is Rubik Mona Lisa, and as the name describes, it's made of 330 cubes from the popular toy. This is an incredible story, guys. Now, this is a real artist. You could say it's one icon transforming into another. The anonymous French street artist known only as Invader created the piece in 2005. Rubik Mona Lisa will be auctioned off in Paris in just 2 weeks. Experts at the auction house think it could go for about $166,000. I want that. A company is rolling out a new product to help those who are trying to give up meat. Ooh, not me. Take a look at the meat patch. It's a nicotine-style patch. The creator of the product says they're supposed to be worn on the arm like you see in this video. The patches contain a bacon scent, which is released by scratching the patch. This is actually kind of genius. A professor at Oxford University says studies have shown that the scent can reduce food cravings. So just the aroma of bacon can reportedly leave you satisfied. I know it can for me. A new HBO docuseries is hoping to shed some light on McDonald's. I'm a McDonald's lover. I hate to say it. No, not like Super Size Me, but instead about a scheme to rig the Monopoly game. McMillions is a 6-part series that produced by Mark Wahlberg's company. We all love Mark Wahlberg, come on. It focuses on 2001 criminal scheme to defraud McDonald's of some $13 million. Back in 2001, the FBI arrested 8 people. One of them was a former cop who they said worked with the company printing the game pieces. They say he distributed the winning pieces and took in most of the prizes. McMillions is a cautionary tale about get-rich-quick offers. It premiered Monday on HBO. If you're a kid from the 90s, you might recognize these snacks, and you'll be happy to learn they're making a comeback. After years of only being available in Canada, General Mills announced the relaunch of Dunkaroos in the U.S. Yes, in case you are not familiar, they're cookies that dunk in simple frosting and sprinkles. You should see them on store shelves this summer. Dunkaroos will be available in their most popular flavor, vanilla cookies with vanilla frosting and rainbow sprinkles. Gritty is back to enjoying life as free and innocent individual, and he appears to be up to his usual antics. After Philadelphia police cleared the Flyers mascot of physical assault charges, Gritty made a legendary appearance at a school. He was celebrating the donation of a new automated external defibrillator. The most exciting part of Gritty's visit was the pickup basketball game he played against two nuns. I love this story. Needless to say, these sisters wanted none of getting schooled by Gritty. That was good, Taylor. It's almost Valentine's Day, lovers, and the team at satelliteinternet.com wanted to know what Americans are Googling the most around Valentine's Day. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. From The Bachelor, of course, to Tinder, find a man on Valentine's Day or woman, and even date ideas. They found the most Googled in every state. Okay, California's is pretty funny. It's breakups. Almost half of the country was Googling breakup the most. That's bleak. South Dakota and Alaska are Googling Tinder more than anything. Idaho and Rhode Island are cheap. They're searching for free dating apps and free Valentine's Day cards most. Starbucks fans rejoice like me. Starbucks, along with Uber Eats, is now delivering in Palm Springs. Oh, thank you. Guys, I got my own Uber Eats with me. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Weekly Rundown. It is Oscar Sunday, people, and there are some serious perks to just being nominated for an Oscar. Forbes says the gift bag for the Academy Award nominees is worth, wait for it, $215,000 this year. That's up nearly 70 grand from last year. All 24 acting and directing nominees get one, bringing the total value to $5.2 million. A product placement and celebrity marketing company calling Distinctive Assets is behind all the freebies. The most expensive item this year, a $78,000 12-day cruise. I could really use that, guys. There's also a year's membership to a dating service worth $20,000. I don't need that. And up to $25,000 in cosmetic procedures from a New York City doctor. I might want that. On the lower price end, don't forget about the cannabis chocolate edibles. The gift bags are delivered to the nominees in suitcases a week in advance. Usually, one nominee refuses to accept it and may have it donated to a charity. So far, no one's turned it down this year. And it's not all free. Recipients are required to pay income tax on the value of the gifts they redeem. There's always something there, you know? Madonna is being sued by fans for starting her concerts much later than advertised. I've been to a Madonna concert, and yes, this has happened. Andrew Pano says he purchased 2 tickets to a September 21st concert for $800. Getting out the big bucks. The concert was scheduled to begin at 8:30 p.m., but says Madonna didn't start performing until 11:30. Antonio Bellotta says he purchased a ticket to an October 21st concert for $321 and says the singer took the stage 2 hours late. The two men claim Live Nation, the company that put on the event, wouldn't issue refunds to them after the fact. The lawsuit also states that the fans had to hand over their phones at the start of the show. Interesting. So many couldn't arrange for rides home until after it was over. Bellotta and Panos are suing for breach of contract, loss of value, damages, and lawyer fees. The world's richest person is now even richer. Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos has an extra $8 billion in his piggy bank. Must be nice. That's after a surge in company stock. Follows a holiday earnings report that surpasses expectations, and my mother, Candace Garvey, was to help with this. In fact, the company briefly topped $1 trillion of worth during trading. Bezos' total wealth is now estimated to be more than $120 billion. Must be nice. Hamilton is hitting the big screen next year. I'm so excited. Lin-Manuel Miranda, who stars as Alexander Hamilton, announced the news on Twitter. Disney is bringing the hit musical, along with the original Broadway cast, so excited for this, to movie theaters in October of 2021. It includes previously recorded stage performances in New York at the Richard Rodgers Theater, where the show first opened. Jay-Z, you know Beyonce's husband, is explaining why he sat during the national anthem at Super Bowl 54 and says it was not a silent protest. Jay-Z and Beyonce got some criticism after TMZ posted a video showing them and their 8-year-old daughter sitting while Demi Lovato performed the Star-Spangled Banner, which was amazing, by the way. He said it was not premeditated and simply a case of him doing his job. That's because his Rock Nation Corporation has a partnership with the NFL, which includes producing the Super Bowl halftime show and other major performances. He said he and his wife were distracted as they talked about the show and evaluated the microphone levels and speaker layout. It's a big job, guys. Whoopi Goldberg's medical cannabis company, Whoopi and Maya, has burned out. That's according to a statement on its website. Board member Rick Cusick, who helped found the business with Goldberg and Maya Elizabeth, said he heard about Goldberg's exit on Friday. Whoopi and Maya made its debut 4 years ago this week. Its niche was to provide medical cannabis for women who suffer from severe menstrual cramps. But now that it's more available to most people, it wasn't getting as much attraction. Robert Pattinson is the most handsome man in the world. I respect this, you guys. That's according to the Daily Mail. The publication made this determination using cosmetic surgeon Julian Da Silva, who bases it on the so-called golden ratio of Beauty 5. The 33-year-old actor's eyes, eyebrows, nose, lips, chin, jaw, and facial shape were just measured against other male celebrities. Whew, that's a beautiful face. And his came closest to that ratio of perfection. Pattinson's face was found to be 92.15% equal to the ratio. He was closely followed by Henry Cavill, ooh baby, Bradley Cooper, Brad Pitt, and George Clooney. I can't do this. I'll see you in 2 minutes. All right, you know what time it is, and it's the best national day yet. My favorite, it's National Pizza Day. All right, guys, make sure to follow us on Twitter at NBC Weekly. Send us videos or stories you think fit our show, or send us things happening around the Valley. We would love to give you all a shout out. Have a great week, guys. I'm going to get some pizza. We'll see you next Sunday.